Psalm 69, 22 and 23.
Alright, as usual, we're going to give all praises to Yahawah,
Hashem, Yahushai, Waha, Rakah, Wadash.
the double honors to the elders and apostles in Israel who rule and teach well.
That's right.
To the Akims, to the Iras and Baras and those pushing widows in truth and sincerity. To the brothers and sisters in the truth. Now we've had an eventful morning. Like, our people are just blinded. Like this is why you have to fear the Most High, because this word ain't for everybody. And when it speaks about the Asian, you can see why the Most High is going to lick down the Asian first, because our age men that's meant to be teaching us wisdom. Ain't giving us no wisdom.
Yeah, that has to come through.
Yeah, the Most High says, just need a ribbon of blue. Yeah, so the Most High has to let down the Asian of our people, because they're not teaching us nothing, man.
Bring it out.
Book of Ezekiel chapter 9 and verse 6.
You have to remember, this knowledge ain't there for everybody. We come out to everyone because we don't know who's off the elect.
That's right.
But when you start to speak to people, you can realize, say, and the reason why we're saying this, we're chatting to some brothers today, getting into the word version, telling them what the word version means, which means translation. We even went into the etymology and showed them, and the brothers still, to accept what's written. So some of our people just can't be taught because they don't want to learn.
What the hell out?
Yeah, before I read it, what you say is right. The reason why I had normally, once you know that a tufa is a tufa, you don't even pay attention, you keep it moving, right? But how like it's a bit difficult because you don't know who is the elect.
That's right.
I'll give you an example. If you deal with the Benjamin, which is very stubborn spirit,
That's right.
you have the elect amongst them.
That's right.
So you're gonna have to be patient. Alright, but if someone don't want to acknowledge the etymology of the word version,
And they're being shown.
what do you want to do with that person?
Not being shown.
That means they make the choice, or better yet, the Most High have made a choice for him not to be enlightened.
Yeah, that's right.
That goes back into what we're going to put out in Daniel. We're going to read it.
And Romans.
Yeah, go on.
Ezekiel 9 and 6.
Yeah.
Slave, utterly, old and young. And the Lord Yahawah, Ezekiel 9 and 4. And the Lord Yahawah said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem.
Yes,
Jerusalem is the people.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's about Brixton, wherever you partake.
Wherever our people dwell.
The ghetto is where the Hebrew Israelites dwell.
That's right. Through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the forehead, all right, of the men that sigh and that cry.
We're the ones that's out here signed and crying.
That's right.
Yeah? What we're signed for all the wickedness that's happening. We're coming out and speaking against all the wickedness that's happening. A lot of our people don't want to hear what we're saying because we're trying to spoil the, party people. We're the party peoples out here. But we're the party peoples if you love wickedness. But those who like righteousness, we're not the party peoples, we're the party makers.
That's right.
Just before I say, and the problem with what we're doing, it conflicts with their lifestyle. That's the problem as well. They want to continue in the way they're living. They don't want to be corrected and brought back to the covenant they made with the Most High.
That's what this kingdom does. It keeps in a dead state. A wicked state.
That's right.
And also, sighing and crying means to be a dweller of the house of mourning.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because they're dwellers of the house of party, they're mirth. For us, we rather be in mourning because we know what's coming.
What the scripture says, joy will come in the morning, isn't it?
Right.
That's what we're
No, when I say mourning, I'm talking about
When something dies.
I know.
Yeah.
When you read about the scriptures, but joy will come in.
Yeah, well, that morning is
No, daytime, yeah. So
morning is the kingdom, innit?
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
when we're gonna
Right.
Right.
That was actually, that's what we gonna do. We gonna party, we gonna boil, we gonna boil.
We get there.
We gonna get there. We love boiling as well. I love drinking good wine.
We're
How about that?
Yeah.
But I can't be drinking, I can't be in that spirit because it's not that time. Like I said, it's not that season.
And Yahawah said next time he's gonna drink.
Right.
Like I'm not really that
Think
wine.
about that, man. Yahawah stopped drinking wine because he had to do the thing and go in the you don't drink wine in that realm.
Yeah.
So he's dying to drink the best wine.
Yeah.
But not before he killed all you wicked ass.
Yeah, he got wine
You know?
press, you know.
So wine press you
Wine press.
and then sit down and drink the
That's
wine.
right.
Trust me.
Right.
With his garments all
We will go,
time.
man. And he will make sure he don't change it until he finish to drink the wine.
That's
Then he will
right.
take
Then
it.
he will take it.
Damn.
Makes sense.
That whole shot's great.
You know what they say, get on the right side of the fence. The grass ain't greener on this side.
No.
That's what our people think. The grass is greener on this side.
Right. It's not, man. It's not. Right. Through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the forehead of the men that sighed and that cried for all the abominations.
For all the abominations. So that shows that our people don't, when it comes back to keeping the laws, statutes and commandments, having faith in their power, our people don't want none of that. Because their faith is in what?
Esau.
That's right. And this is their strength.
Their faith is in
This
the
is their
dragon,
kingdom.
the red dragon.
They're going, yeah, because they've been given that power.
That's right. That being done in the midst thereof. So we see all the abomination on the mad. Hey, what's that? Is it Proverbs 7:7 that say, surely oppression makes Ecclesiastes 7.
Surely oppression makes a wise man.
Right? So we upset, man.
And a gift destroys the
That's
heart.
what's important.
Right.
It's true, you
Some
know.
people's taking that gift.
Yeah.
And that's why they say, you know why when it goes hand to hand, let's say I see what's going on and I'm mad. Esau sees me, Esau like, yo, we need to destroy him because without spirit, there can be an awakening. See, if every chick is like him, there will be an awakening. So let him bring gift so we can put him to sleep, a record deal and money and foolishness. Alright? So that's the reason why you have what he says about, surely oppression, and then you have now the gift. That's the reason why he says that. But it's important to stay mad, man.
That's right.
Yep.
Because when you're mad, you're in the spirit. You're in the right spirit.
That's right.
Alright?
That's right.
Verse 5.
Oh, Fred, you need to ask.
What is it today? It's like
What's expected today? I'm out here.
Come, Esau, come.
Yeah.
You know, about 5 people come want to take pictures of us today.
Who do you work for? Who do you work for? What's your company? What's your... Why will you send it?
On your website.
I'll do the picture now. Alright, let's leave it.
Smile.
The pictures
The
pictures always go, we are photogenic people.
That's right.
We don't take
That's right.
Let me ask you.
Right about that. That'll say it.
That's it.
There's a group.
Must be, because you're about the fifth person.
So what is the purpose? What is it? Is it for
Sightseers.
the photo? What's the name of it? Royal Photographic Society. It's quite reputable.
It is.
Oh, I see.
You know it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
But today,
Both sides.
Or the pedophile side.
All right, don't worry.
let's stay this
Yeah, yeah.
Let's stay this All right, have a good day. Yeah, enjoy that weather. Enjoy the weather before it becomes dark, because very soon you'll be dark on you. Esau. Do you know what Esau means?
Okay, thank you.
Do you know what it means, Esau? You know what I mean? You know what Esau means?
Prophet. Well, it might be your prophet.
Let's continue. No problem. Right,
Okay.
go on.
That's good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, and when I see them, I remember when they used to talk about village in West Africa.
I
That's
know.
what they did. Next thing you know, they know everything about us, and all they want to do is take us down.
That's right.
These people are wicked.
It's called missionary work.
Yes.
I say missionary.
You look like a missionary too.
He does. I like one too.
Verse 5. Ezekiel 9 and 5. And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye
So
after.
he went hide it, you know what's No, he said it openly. Go ye there after.
And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite.
That's right, kill. That's what that's
Let not your eyes spare.
You know, when you watch them old movies, and they used to take out their glove and box you in the face.
Yeah, yeah.
That was the disrespect.
That was an insult. That was the ultimate insult.
This there, they're not taking off no glove. They come with a sword. They smite,
Kill. Murder.
That's right.
That's what it is, man. The Most High is terrible. Terrible. Slay. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity.
That's what it means. Let not your eyes spare. Don't. You know when they say everything's dead. When you have everything's dead. Let not your eyes spare. And he's going to tell you what you must be spared either.
When they say even the dog that beats on the wall of Babylon shall not be spared.
That's right.
The Most High will bring the murder game, man.
You know what? All right. He did that with when he told Saul to go and look up Amalek.
That's right.
Everything up to them.
That's right.
Everything up to
That's
them.
right.
And he wasn't even and what's his name? Saul is telling
You know what? Give me joke is when he goes, I've done everything the Lord's commanded. So Samuel goes, what's that bleat in our area, right? That give me joke, right?
Rain in the night.
what? That's why he said obedience is better than
Sacrifice, man.
alright? That's why we try to obey the Most High, man.
That's right. That's right.
Jake wanna be cultural. Alright, he wanna be cultural. He wants someone to come and say, oh Lord, I say, oh sweet Jesus. If you say that, you see them coming right now.
That's right.
But because you go to the etymology to explain,
don't
see,
wanna
Jake
know.
don't like to study. Every time you open the book, there's a problem with you. He get in his feelings.
And Benjamin is so stubborn, you know. This is why we almost got licked down. Because he wanted to save some homosexuals. Instead of giving them up, some rapist homosexuals.
Exactly. That we was trading with.
And to the other, he said, in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Verse 6, slay utterly, old and young.
And you know why as well, Carl? Esau, he even said that about Esau in Deuteronomy 28:64. He put out your video. You know, they'll not have no pity on the old or on the young. Yeah?
But when I say raising, there's a principle now as well. You have to understand the reason why they were killing how picking them is because they read the book. And they knew that we were going to do it to them at some point. So let's say, let's show him how it's done. So if you have pity on Esau, if you don't understand, you're not spiritual. If you have pity on Esau, you tell me that Esau can be saved. You're not spiritual. All right? You're not scriptural. Because the Bible said these words are spirit.
That's right.
Verse 6, slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children.
They say God is good all the time, God is good. Which technically, they are right. But not in the sense that
God is good. The Bible said at the same time that a false balance is an abomination.
Yeah.
How do you have day and night, and you feel the same creator that created day and night will be good all the time?
That's unbalanced.
And the thing is, the reason why I say technically they're right, even though it affects us adversely,
But that was good.
it's still good.
Yeah.
It's still good. But
Hey,
it's
even
righteous.
us going through what we're going through
It's good.
is for us to appreciate
Yeah, exactly.
the righteousness once we in the
That's
kingdom.
right.
All right, it's like a son that you give him like a car without him working for it. He wouldn't appreciate it.
No.
But if you made him work and he got it, he would appreciate it because he know that he had to sweat
Yeah, to get
before
it.
he got the car. So now we're in the kingdom now, we appreciate what we have because we know what wickedness is.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So the Most High is balanced. He's good, but he can be dangerous as well. Not even he can. He is dangerous. And that's the reason why he's very long suffering. Because there's no way he can do.
That's right.
And there's a precept, I was reading it the other day, I forgot, but it talks about, because he knows his power, he has mercy on us because of it. You know what I'm saying?
You know, because if he start, it might not be no Jake left.
There would be no J left, man.
If the Most High get off from his throne and he say, go.
Listen,
Because them angels, they're ready to kill you, my brother. So they have no, there's no partiality in their judgment.
and they're not emotional with it.
Exactly.
They do the way they don't have no emotion like us.
Yeah, they're like robots.
They're like robots. So if they say go and kill this guy,
Yeah.
they will go
They go in and they go hard.
And you notice every time when you read about the Most High in the scriptures, it's always seen that. And you don't want him to get up.
I know,
Like,
right?
If he gets up, that means I have to do shit
You know,
myself.
he's so dangerous to the point where
Everything dead.
he's scared of himself. He's so dangerous, he's scared of
That's
himself.
right.
Because he know what he can do. You just keep on playing with the Most High Yahawah, you will see where he gets you, man. You will see the depth of his righteousness. Because righteousness is very painful, you know. When the Bible says a judge is a very dangerous person because he can bring judgment to you that will make you feel pain all your life. When you go to the court system, don't you see that? Judge will give 25 years to a guy that is just 20 for life. By the time he come out, he's done.
Everything done. This is Psalms 37:28 says, for Yahawah loveth judgment and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. So the point that I wanted, that Yahawah loves judgment. You know? And judgment is coming. Like, who would want to escape judgment? But you can see by the way our people walk up and down, how they ignore the word. That's exactly
And
what
that's
they
how
love.
you know how people are changing. How people are really changing.
That's right.
If you say, you know, bleaching, Jamaica.
Oh Lord, it's getting worse.
Bleaching, no, not a bleaching, not bleaching.
Okay.
To bleach, meaning like,
Party to party.
Just be up late.
to bleach, like, when they say bleaching, they say they want to kill you, no, they want to do you. You did something to Ibrahim and you want to do you. What it does is that they're gonna, if you got money, gonna send someone after you to check where you work, where you live, you know,
Everything.
where you're vulnerable and everything, and they will take the time with it. Sometimes it takes months, especially if you're done.
Yeah.
And they will wait at the right time and they will strike.
Everything. Yeah.
All right? But the Most High is like that, man. So when you think, if you think like you're gonna get away, you women that wear jeans and cheat on your husband and kill your husband, put poison in his food, destroy him, make him go through hell. You men that destroy your own people by selling them drugs and killing them and this. You men that pimping your own sisters. If you think you're gonna get away from it, you're strongly deluded, man. You don't understand who is the power you're dealing with.
That's why the Most High has liars, man. Well, that's what we are. They're 144, they're liars.
Right.
L-I-E-R-S.
Right.
L-I-A-R-S.
Right.
L-I-E-R-S.
Right.
Just waiting for that
Liars,
time.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, lying in wait.
Yeah, that's right.
But Ben Yam did that with the woman then.
Yeah.
Ben Yam did that with the woman then. So it can be done again.
That's right.
Verse 6. Slay utterly and old and young, both maid and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark,
That's the elect, man.
and the mark is the kawan.
That's right. That's what you
Alright?
Let me quickly bring out something else.
The mark is like it's different from the mark of Revelation 13. That mark is it's the mark of exemption. That's how the Most High, there's a mark spiritually on you where when judgment comes, judgment won't touch you because you got the exemption on you. And that's what we're fighting for, to have the exemption.
Isaiah 8 and 16, it says, bind up the testimony, seal the law among my disciples. Yeah? That's the mark we're looking to have.
Where are you from, brother?
Ethiopia.
Huh?
Ethiopia.
I knew it.
You don't look like this.
I really never know that. There are people there. Well, usually when you see them, yeah, he might be a change. Who am I to say that even?
He reminds me of Nixon.
Yeah, he might be a change.
Exactly.
He might be a change. So it's a lot of now. But even myself, they call me Hamite sometimes as well. So who am I to tell another brother? You know, you never know. Right, and begin a century, then they began at the ancient men.
So that's the point that we wanted, Carl. Our age men are meant to be teaching the young ones them some form of a wisdom and knowledge. But from what was happening this morning, you know that our age men are totally destroyed. So the most I need, and when you look at what happened in the wilderness, yeah, because you're deemed an adult from 20 upwards.
Yeah, that's right.
They never made it into the kingdom. Yeah. And you know what it is as well? Those spies that went out to spy the land, they were out for 40 days.
That's right.
Yeah. So when they come, that's why we spent 40 years in the kingdom. That's what today. He gave us a year because they came back and was putting fear in the people. It was only Caleb and
But they
Joshua and
said
Moses.
so them giants.
Yeah.
They're very long. You know them Egyptian that can be told.
Yeah.
Yes, some of them.
They can be told, man. I was seeing there was a guy. I watched the guy is tall. When I say tall, it's tall. No, he's nothing. Bro, the guy is hey. Some of them they're very. So when I saw them in that element, they lost faith. But the most these are nothing, man. Because our spirit are we more violent than these guys. When these war time and the Most High is with us, that's nothing, man.
And those guys came back putting fear amongst the people. So the Most High said, you know what? All of you lot, and it was all the adults then. Yeah.
With the exception of Caleb
and Josh, yeah. But he gave us 40 years, a year for each day these brothers out spying the land.
But Caleb, that means God.
I know.
So he ready to go.
That's right. That's right.
He was the one that was
Caleb and Yahawah.
He ready to go.
And he was ready.
He ready to go. You need to have that spirit. You know the people when he come and get you.
That's right. There's no turning back.
Says Numbers 13. I'll start at 27. And they told him and said, we came unto the land whether thou sentest us. And surely it floweth with milk and honey, and this is the fruit of it. Nevertheless, the people be strong that dwell in the land, and the cities are walled and very great. And moreover, we saw the children of Anak there, and the Amalekites dwell in the land of the south, and the Hittites and the Jebusites and the Amorites dwell in the mountains, and the Canaanites dwell by the sea and by the coast of Jordan. And Caleb.
The Hittite go where? The Hittite.
Yeah, the Hittites.
You know them Kenyans that know how to run. They live in the mountain. I don't know if you can link it with what I'm just saying.
Let me just add one thing. The sons of Anak, that's Anakiah. They're the giants.
Yeah. It says it.
But they say giant because they were tall.
Yeah.
They weren't tall like this building.
No.
But they were just tall.
So verse 30. And Caleb stilled the people before Moses and said, let us go up at once and possess it, for we are well able to overcome it. Caleb, he went with them. And he was, like you said,
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I say Judah is a lion, well, who shall arise.
Right. That's right.
Judah is the worst one, but Judah, he knows how to govern.
That's right.
Judah knows how to rule. He knows how to rule, so he can put things together, man.
Here's the bit he was talking. Verse 32, and they brought up an evil report of the land which they had searched unto the children of Israel, saying, the land through which we have gone to search it is a land that eateth up the inhabitants thereof. All the people that saw it, that we saw in it are men of a great stature. And there we saw the giants, the son of Anak, which come of the giants, and we were in our own sight as grasshoppers, so we were in their sight.
So when he said grasshopper, it doesn't mean like literally. They were just saying that they were,
very big.
Because you see, it's hyperbolic. You see, us, we deal with hyperbolism, we deal with metaphor, we deal with dark saying, we deal with double meaning and things like that. Symbolism. So when he say when you say grass open,
trying
it
to
doesn't
show.
mean that.
Yeah, they were big.
A Christian would think, they'll say, oh, these people were giant.
Yeah, like the
No, they were
buildings.
saying they were just tall. That's like, you know, when Jake raps.
When they were scared of them.
Yeah. You know, even when Jake raps, you know how he's.
They were afraid of
Yeah.
them. They were shook. Yeah, they were, yeah.
Here's that
yeah.
bit I was saying as well. This is Numbers 14 and 13. Yeah. It says, and your children shall wander in the wilderness for 40 years and bear your whoredoms until your carcasses be wasted in the wilderness. After the number of the days in which ye search the land, even 40 days, each day for a year, shall ye bear your iniquities, even 40 years, and ye shall know my breach of promise.
Mosai and playing.
Not ramping.
So you keep on playing with the Mosai, you keep on being wicked on the low, do whatever you do, man. Me, you know what, I'm not even gonna waste my time. That's what you want. For me, I'm gonna work on me now. Yeah, I'm gonna work on myself. You be wicked, be the sneak man that you are, be whatever you wanna be. Do your thing, man. Do your thing. Let's go.
Yeah.
What were you reading?
First Peter.
Oh yeah, First Peter.
No, actually, read Isaiah 30.
Oh yeah, but before you go there, because we didn't explain it, like how elderly.
Yeah.
Break it down, man. How elderly, man. The Mosai has a vendetta against our elderly. Because you have that guy, what's his name, the guy that came and trying to
Rise up
say
the
he can talk to me. All right? Why don't you want to talk to me? Come and talk to me. Aren't I your son? Aren't you supposed to come and like give me the word of knowledge and wisdom and that? But you don't want to do it yet, but because I tell the truth, you want to go against me. The Mosai will kill you for trying to come against me.
They hate him, rebuke him.
All right, and that how people do, because you know why? They're thinking that you see, they don't want a young man to teach them. But I'm sure it doesn't work like that, man.
Right.
All right, if the Mosai give me the knowledge, I will teach you whether you like it or not.
But it says, I have set there as watchmen over the house of
Let me
Israel.
tell you something. When I first came in the truth, man, there's a prophet Asher. He was way younger than me, but he was older than me in spirit. And the prophet told me he was my elder, although I was older than him. The prophet had knowledge, man. Alright? So sometimes a lot of the things that I have today is thanks to him. Alright? So who am I now to say, oh, because I'm older than you, I don't want to listen to you. What's I going to do? And that's the reason why it's not only for those outside of the truth, it's only for as well for us. Stop playing game, try to think that you're slick. But we know you, Jake. You're very slick. Don't worry about me, man. Worry about the Most High will take you with him in a chariot just to slay you. So carry on. Alright? Be a backstabber, try to play game. That's your business. That means you lack wisdom. That's what it means. Because you see, when you gossip, when you don't like me and you talk on my back, you're not doing me disfavor, you know. You're doing yourself a disfavor because I don't see it, I can hear it, but believe me, there's angel, the very angel I take note every day, seeing you do whatever you do, whether it's good or bad. He sees what you're saying about me. And trust me, he will come in the court of law. Alright?
What we read at the end of every Sabbath, whether it be evil or whether it be good, the Most High takes account of everything that's done.
Yeah, bring your precept back.
So this is the book of Job, chapter 32,
That goes into what he
and verse 9. Great men are not always wise,
That's right.
neither do the aged understand judgment.
That's it.
That's why they were being wicked earlier on. They're trying to be stubborn. And then the brother said to one of the elder guy, well, it will teach me something. Just show me one thing. He goes, oh, there's enough things I could show you. So show me one thing.
People didn't even bring anything.
I even made it easy. I said, show me half.
Yeah, show me half. But the brother didn't have half.
He didn't have that.
Hey, they say you can only give what you have. Alright? And the reason why a lot of us can't love because we don't have love in us. We come from the, slavery took away. Because we used to be, what's the word? We used to be affectionate. What's the other word? There's another word is there. In Deuteronomy 28 it says we used to be affectionate. No, there's another word.
Oh, tender.
Tender.
Oh, tender.
We used to be tender, but now we're not. So that's the reason why there's so many strife. There's a lot of, war going on amongst us because we don't have. So the elder, he doesn't have nothing. That's why he couldn't bring anything, man. That's why he couldn't bring anything because he doesn't have it. See what I'm saying? And also, the more you get old, the more the knowledge that you have or you had in Babylon gets cemented. It means like you get hardened in your ways. So it's very, like if you take a young guy, right? It's very easy to change a young guy than it is to change an older guy. So that's why the Most High says, you know what, I'm not even dealing with them anymore.
That's the same.
I'll take the younger one, because the younger one, they're easy to be, changed.
The saying is, it's easier to bend a tree when it's young.
That's right. All right? So that's what's going on. That's the reason why our people, when they get old, they cannot understand this word because they've been to church for too long. They cannot take away the knowledge, all right? They cannot take away the knowledge that they had from Pastor Macaroni or whatever, pepperoni. Pastor Pops, they can't take it away, man. All right? Can't take it away.
Yeah. So this is the book of Psalms, chapter 119 or 100.
Yeah.
I understand more than the ancients because I keep thy precepts.
Right. We abide by what's written in this book. And you realize that yesterday I bucked up a Muslim guy. I was giving him surah upon surah.
He was shook. Hey, I got myself a brand new Quran.
New Quran.
I got a brand new Quran. See, when I precept that, and you come by me, you're in trouble. We're going to show you that Quran is nothing but another version of another version of the Torah, man.
And you didn't believe your own Quran either. That's what you're trying out.
Hey, did you know the Bible said don't argue with the men of the
people
Torah?
of the book.
Exactly.
And why are you arguing with us? I don't understand this. They don't be reading because it's Arabic. Now they're translating everything, but still they don't read. They want to go and say Allahu Akbar. They want to wait till the end and eat the sheep and that. That's all they want to do.
Guy, come on, switch up.
Alhamdulillah.
What's that?
Alhamdulillah mean Abarakazah.
Well, I don't know.
The Mosai. Alhamdulillah.
You believe the Quran? Alhamdulillah.
And then when they say one, when you go in, hey, if you talk bad against Muhammad, they might kill you.
They put jihad in
Yeah, they might kill you.
That's alright. I'm going to jihad yourself from the Most High.
That's not my anointing.
That's right. There's already jihad on there.
Exactly.
Anyway.
This is the book of Psalms, 119, verse 100. I understand more than the ancients.
Yeah, more than the elders, man. Go on.
Because I keep thy
And
precepts.
we apply what's written in the book. They don't even want to listen to what's in the book. When you try and bring out, oh, it's a book. Well, the brother was saying to him, look, how did you learn in school?
Exactly.
You show us a book that ain't written. The difference is, this is written by holy men of the Most High. Now, a brother never sit down one day and say, well, what am I going to jot down today? The Most High put in his spirit what he's going to write. This is why the book is how it is. It's not for everybody. Definitely not for some of our ancient
But
brothers.
that's what he says, can I read it? 2nd Ezra 12 and 37.
Yeah, bring that again.
You know, we're going to bring that again. We brought it off camera. It's only right that we bring it again, man, because that's why I don't waste my time anymore. That's the way I am. That's why I am what I am the way I am. Yeah, because it's not for everyone. Why would you waste your energy trying to convince and calm down who will never get it? Especially when the Most High ordained him to be a two-third. See, you have to ordain. You are ordained.
Yeah, elected to be a mother.
What? You have to be elected. Listen, you were elected. Then you are officially elected.
Speak about the election.
Hey, the election. Hey, listen. Hey, but you gotta understand, yeah? Every time they come here, 12, start 4, jump to 7. You see, every time they come and they're making the election sure.
That's right.
So why are you worried about them? Because they have to play the role.
They've been diligent.
You want to put that to link them down? What's that with link them down to don't play their role in it? Especially the stuff I look at the 11 and Demon and 11.
Bro, he's been upgraded to 15.
Oh yeah.
And that was necessary.
That was
shook, you know.
He downgraded it to 50.
This guy, they were like, bring God.
He took it up a notch. When he said that,
He said, bring God. I will smash him.
I know, right?
Is that what he said?
Yeah, that's what he said.
No, man,
Oh, right.
he can never say that word. If I'm here, he can never say that.
Nah, he took it up a notch.
But because the
But he's
other,
tried it with us, though. We tried it. We tried it with him, man. We tried it with him. So that's why he don't bother us anymore. He knows he don't get nowhere. When brothers like this, you know the best way to deal with brothers like that? Just continue with what you do. Let him entertain them.
that's it. That's it.
It's actually the most.
But the one did a great job.
Of course he did.
Yeah, he did.
But what's the point of arguing with someone and say, bring with his Birmingham accent?
Yeah,
bring
right.
God here. I can't even do it if I want to. Bring God here. I will smash him.
He's prideful.
You know
That's why you know Yahawah shine that day. He's gonna take a special care in him. That's right. He might even have saved him to bring it to the world.
that guy could be a tear.
No, I won't. No, I want him to. No, I won't. He won't. Slack your Israel.
I felt the pain you say. I don't even want them in the chariot. Bro, it's up to me. I'll be like,
Kicking him in.
I'm
Close the
terrible,
hatch.
man. I'm
Close the
not-
hatch.
I said, close
If
it.
that guy stays in that spirit, the Most High will keep him alive and slowly destroy him.
Exactly.
You make him see the missiles in slow motion.
They will feel the burn. You know, dying through burning is serious. It's like dying through
Do you know what's even worse than dying through burn? Dying through the fallout. That's even longer. Yes, that's even worse.
The burn is going to be minutes.
Fallout. Yeah.
Burning just straight away.
Right, fallout.
That's what starts knocking away.
But I'm sure, knowing the Most High Yahawah, there is a pain that you feel when you come, and also it will follow you in the kingdom. And when you come in the burn, you'll be you'll be humble. Someone you will remember. But I'm sure that the Most High did it a way where it's worthy. Trust me. Even if it's 1 second of burning and you die, the Most High knows what he's doing. You have to trust the Most High. See this guy? He will be alive. I want him to be alive. We have to pray for him for level. See, when you pray, you have to pray for level. We don't know his name. So say demon level 15. Say, Yahawah, I want you to keep him alive.
And we're going back down to 0. Well, we're going to 5.
Yeah. Even if you see him fighting, so I want to juke him. Go and defend him. I say, you need to be alive for that time. That's these guys wicked. Defend him so he can be alive for that time.
Free judgment.
Because the guy's too wicked.
But it's also realistic because that's what he's doing either.
Hey, but that's what he's doing.
That's what he's doing either. So it's realistic. What you're saying.
That's why Esau is prosperous.
Exactly.
Yeah, everywhere doing that.
That's right.
They can be the most gayest people on earth. They're good.
They eat
They're still prospering it, yeah.
They eat everything and live.
Mosa is terrible. I wish I had, but I cannot be like. For me, I go from 0 to 100 like in a second. Because everything pisses me off. But the most I will be chilling and he'll be laughing like, look at this guy. Wow. Imagine, but he see all, we don't see no wickedness. We see what we see though. He see everything. Imagine what he sees.
10,000 men crying on us.
But that's the angel, basically the angel. They send the information in. They go like a big screen and you see everything. They pass it to review and you see everything. Imagine that. That's when you read Isaiah 44, the Levite, they were making people think that they were the priest. But on the law, they were worshiping the sun. And they say, I'll show you what they're doing. This is what they're doing. Showing and going, and positioning themselves what it is. This is what they're doing. The sun. The Most High sees it all, man. But the Most High sees it all. Look at how long suffering it is. That's
right.
And the Bible says that he will come like a travailing a woman. He will almost cry when he come like,
That reminds me, remember in the dream I said when I was fighting back to that building, as I was getting closer, my screen was getting
That's that, you know what it is? Like me, when I was young, my cousin used to bully me, he used to be older. He bullied me he embarrassed me for an error. You saw him by crying. He used to be that before, you know. When I was so embarrassed, when that thing came, when that tears dropped down, I fucked him up so good. Even years after, I forgot about that. They were telling me, you're really young, man. You took me one day, you beat me, but he's better than me.
But he remembers.
See, that's when Yahawah comes, that's what's going on. They will remember the beating that he will give them, man. They will remember it. Yeah, I was supposed to read Second Ezra 12 and 37. Is that A, yeah? Yeah. Therefore, write all these things that thou hast seen in a book and hide them.
It says, and hide them because, just like in Daniel where it says seal the book, it was sealed to certain people back then and it's going to be sealed to them today. You know? Because that two-third has to be sealed. You know, the spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets, so you know, everyone's elected for whatever their end is, man.
That's right.
Yeah. So the two-thirds will be elect.
The honors
on the left side.
Yeah.
Just,
Hey, they're making the election show.
that's right.
Because if the Most High didn't, elect you, he didn't elect you to be righteous, how you gonna be righteous?
That's right.
Even if you try to be righteous, you can't be
Just won't
righteous.
work.
And verse 38, and teach them to the wise of the people whose heart thou knowest may comprehend.
That's those that want to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments, that want to keep faith, that want to have trust in their power, you know, that want to come out of wickedness. But when you come into this truth, I was saying to the brothers earlier on, when I had the knowledge of who I am, I just felt a weight on me that I had to do better. Enough of our people, they don't want to come into the truth because they want to stay as they are. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do better. And it's a good thing.
And you know, just to add to what the brother said, and it's true, you know what he said, when you realise who you are and what's called of you, even when you go off a little bit, it burns you more than it ever did when you were in the world. Because you think, yourself, I shouldn't do this,
That's right.
and you
You
know
know
it,
better.
so it burns you more.
Now you have a constitution, you have something to live by.
Yeah.
And you got a conscience.
And you've got a standard you must live by. And the worst thing is as well, when I say worst, I don't mean it in a bad way, you know the standard you've got to live by. So when you fall short, it burns you more than ever.
That just goes to show how wicked our people really are. Because I'm not saying that we're that perfect anyway, because the scripture says our righteousness is like a filthy rag. Yeah? So imagine if you're not even trying to keep up any form of righteousness. And going to that word filthy, I keep mentioning, it's menstrual.
Imagine that.
In Jamaica,
That's our righteousness.
Imagine that.
That's our righteousness. That's like a menstrual
Imagine
rag.
that.
So imagine those that's not even trying to keep like.
Those who are willfully sinning.
That's why they have to be burned.
you have to be purified.
It's like in Jamaica when you tilling the land, you know what you do?
Even in West Africa.
Turn it.
So that means it's not only the body that is being purified, but it's the soul as well. Because it's the soul, the spirit that comes. It's the spirit that comes back to the kingdom. That's why I say the most I know what he's doing with that fire, man. I believe that fire that's coming, it's not a normal fire that we see. Like. I'm telling you, because you see, he has to burn something more deeper than just the body, man.
Filthy. Let me grab it.
He has to.
Numbers.
So when they come back in the kingdom, they will come in the right minds.
Numbers.
Do you get what I'm saying? If you just bury the body, it wouldn't cut it like that. It has to be deeper than. I think there's a trauma. There's a trauma that your soul will be registering, and that will come with. When you come back in the kingdom, you will come with that trauma that will make you humble, make you perfect. Just like the reason why we're going through evil and wickedness is for us to appreciate.
Exactly.
This is Numbers 35 and 33. It says, so you shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land. And the land cannot be cleansed with the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. How is he going to do that? Through that fire, man.
Hey, that fire is serious. That's the second death, man.
And he says it again, this is Leviticus 18, I start 24, defile not ye yourselves in any of these things, for in all these the nations are defiled which I cast out before you. And that's what we're trying to tell our people, stop defiling yourself, come back to righteousness. And the land is defiled, therefore I do visit the iniquity thereof upon it, And the land itself vomited out inhabitants, which is why we're not in the land today. But the point is, this place here is all defiled. And that's the best way to cleanse something. Like, water can clean, but fire is going to be the purifier. Get all the dross out.
Yeah, also, you already had the first death that came through
That's right.
water. So he says, you know, he wouldn't burn us again. I mean, he wouldn't destroy us again through the water. That's why you see the, you know, the rainbow. Yeah? But the fire is the second death.
And you can't escape. Remember, what has Esau got now? Submarine, boats. Yeah.
There was in Nigeria. In Nigeria, there was like a fire that was coming through the water. Fire was coming through the.
But they love watch them nature things, and they went deep down. It looked like a little mini volcano where water was coming out of it under the water. But they said this water is so hot that you used to see fishes swimming around it. No, but for them to be able to even go near that and it's hot, like the Most High is great.
Because you have to remember as well, when Yahawah comes back, the fire that will come off from the chariot, that's a different type of fire. That's a fire that can go and look for you. You know GPS. Fire with GPS. We navigator. Like you know when you have a car and the fire is programmed, you go to and look for them, bogged out Esau, like to destroy them. And actually find them.
You watch
the fire will have camera in it.
You see when they're showing with a bomb somewhere and you see the little X.
Exactly.
So you got two men like this, it's so precise, just burns you up.
The angel will be in the chariot, right? They got a computer like that and they see what's going on in the thing. So when they program the fire to get a certain people in the water, because you know that they have a hotel in the water, right? So that's the reason why when you see the chariot, when you see them working doing the thing, they're just scoping, they're just taking pictures. They're just, you know, when you go to war, before you go to war, they're mapping everything, man.
The area.
Reconnaissance.
And they got certain houses as well.
How do you say?
Reconnaissance.
Reconnaissance. In French is reconnaissance, which is meaning like I wouldn't say acknowledge, but to identify.
Study,
Identify.
They got certain houses that they feel it going down.
Yes.
Yeah, the dumps.
No, not bunkers, the house itself. You know, like you got the bit above, deep down, to give more strength.
Well, that's the reason why the mighty Yahawah, he doesn't like mighty.
I know. Every time he
sometimes
said
say it like
it, his face.
Exactly.
You know, that's the reason why when I believe personally, the reason why you see these chariots,
They're mapping it.
they're mapping everything, they're doing the reconnaissance. Reconnaissance, that's what they're doing. So when they come, they already know where you are, everything. So the fire they're sending is programmed fire, man.
Precise.
That fire goes through water to get you. That fire goes whatever you are hiding to get you, man.
And that's why you have the two different marks. That's why you have the mark of exemption and the mark of destruction. Now see it.
Yeah, you were saying, speak, man. You were talking about the
Yeah.
mark.
So that's the reason why you have the mark of exemption and the mark of destruction.
Right, the mark of exemption and the mark. So that's the reason why they have to put a mark on us.
That's right.
Right, that's why sometimes when you preach, you will see them. They come, they see you, or you'll be in the yard and you see them right there. They're just saying hi, man. They say, we know who you are. I remember when I first came in the troop, I saw a bunch of them.
saw one the other day.
You saw
No,
one
that
of
was
them.
another video, but I'll be seeing them every day. I'll be seeing them every night.
Yeah.
Every night I see them. Every
No,
night.
they're watching, but that means you have to be careful how you move out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because the Bible says in Ezekiel 5 that they're visiting the house of the thief. And they are a tool to salvation and to destruction as well. The same way they're watching over you, they're taking good and bad information. Now,
That's right.
we have the white stone. Because to be honest, you cannot be saved just by keeping the law. So you are Muslim. But when you see them, that means you're a marked man. See what I'm saying? So you have to be, your action needs to be driven toward good karma, good deeds. You get what I'm saying? So So when you see them, that's the work they're doing right now, man. That's the reason why the Pentagon are scared to the point where they have to bring that information out now. You know when you're scared, if I'm in a yard and I see ghosts every night and I try to play hard, I see them the first week, said for 1 month, I'll fall sick. I'm going to have to call up Badaya and say, yo, Badaya, bro, I'm seeing some things, man.
No,
I don't know what's going on, bro.
They're trying to bring it out now to play it down.
Yeah.
They were hiding it before, now they're trying to bring it out to play it down.
But also,
They're trying to control the narrative.
Yes.
Also, it's to like, how can I say that? Suppress their fear, because it's not only them. Esau be seen. There's a little, Moabite. So he saw it, and then he was doing like, the Moabite, like the online, the YouTube live and that. So when he saw it, like, can someone tell me what that is? The brother the little guy was scared, and it seemed like the other nation are more in the right mind. And how people will see it, they were like, oh, that's not. But the other people that see it, and that's feeling bad weak, they're like, yo, that's something is going on.
The Russians got over the because the guy on one video I saw, he's chatting about UFO and SFO, like submergible flying objects. These ones getting under the water and stuff. They know it's out there. They know it's out there.
Just to add to what you were saying, the reason why other nations are more in the right mind is because of Deuteronomy 28, is it?
Slick with madness, 28.
28, and also the yoke that's placed on your neck when it's removed because you're mentally destroyed. So our people in the main are mentally destroyed.
So we're not vibrating on the level which we used to vibrate back in time. Because we have been put in the lower state.
That's right.
So we don't understand things.
That's why the scripture says search out the fathers, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the
We remember right here to bring these things back to our remembrance. So that day that was trying to madness about the Bible's rubbish is ready, it was sealed. Probably sealed to back then. Spirit comes back, sealed again.
He's trying to get it, but he can't get it.
Yeah, it's the elect.
Hey, we really got mercy on them.
Explain it. You just wasn't ready.
I was laughing, but now that I think about it, I'm replaying in my heart because I shouldn't be laughing at that. That's actually, you know what I'm saying? Because that's, when you think about it, the most side, we laugh about it like it's funny. That could be us, man.
Exactly.
But that's part of drawing. I don't want to laugh about that anymore. Because what happened is that the most side, when you read, is it Romans 9 or Romans 11 when he say, before the children are born? Can someone read that? I want to bring one fact, man. This is serious, man.
18 or somewhere around.
No, 9 when he said, when he says, we talked about before they were born.
So this is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 11. For the children, which is Esau and Yahawah, being not yet born, neither having done any good,
What they done?
that the purpose of God, Yahawah,
Making the election sure in my defense.
Yahawah power, according to election, might stand. They elect. So they elect.
One's elected for this, one's elected for that.
Elect.
But that's the point. That's why I said I'm not going to
One's elected for destruction.
That's right.
One's elected for righteousness. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's the point. So the point is, the two-thirds, they didn't decide to be two-thirds. Like you said, do you dip that? Do you dip that? Like, they didn't decide to be two-thirds, but they were made two-thirds.
Yeah.
So me laughing at it is wrong.
That's probably
It's wrong.
what I would bring up.
So if they're trying to understand it, that's why when you show in the etymology, in the text, that's when I was like, yo, this is deep. The most are stopping these brothers to know what we know. So how can you take this truth for granted? You know what I'm saying? That's deadly, man.
That's why it says it's a fearful thing to fall into the hand of the living power, man.
So this is the book of Romans, chapter 11, verses 7 and 8. Verse 7. What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it.
But that's deep. What you seeking for? So even if the brother come here, sometimes
he spent time amongst us, still wouldn't get it.
sometimes they see you there and they're electrified by whatever energy is, right?
That's right.
But when they come to and they start listening, it becomes a stumbling block.
That's right.
You know how Isaiah 28, they're like, it's nuts, that's weird, man.
Does the reverse, and it does the reverse. And that's mad. Imagine the same thing that gives us understanding. What? Yeah, what? Oh yeah.
That's why. That's why. If you're not rich, or if you don't have a woman, or if you live a life like a fox, like it's not stable and that, like John the Baptist and that. Really, you're so high and mighty in the spirit that the Most High had to manifest you as a little one on the lower level in the physical.
That's right.
Do you get that? You're so high in the spiritual that the Most High cannot make you rich in this kingdom, man. It wouldn't make sense. The balance is not right. That's why.
Hey, and you know what? Why did you say that, bro? I've never liked gambling.
Right.
I never won. Listen, no, I never won, you know.
Hey, that's the truth. There's certain things I was never able to get. There's certain things I remember very well when I didn't pass my A level. Listen, I schooled there. I didn't even try. I have even my teacher of philosophy was like, you're a very clever guy, but you're very distracting. I don't know what this. I couldn't get. It's like I'm clever, but I couldn't get the mark, and I fell, bro. I fell twice. I said, my mom, I'm not doing this anymore. Do you get what I'm saying?
Oh, it's good, but
hey, when I fell, I went with a guy. When I fell, when I didn't see my name, they couldn't believe it. You failed. You see? Now I understand it because that's why you be on the low. Have you noticed that sometimes your life wasn't really what it's supposed to be? The most I gave you a plague from when you were young. Something was wrong about you. Something was off at some point of the life. Right. Yeah. But that's because you're too high in the spirit. Right? You're too high. What do you want? You want the most I think he's the balanced God. He ain't gonna give you both of, you know what I'm saying? So now it makes sense. So now it makes sense.
So let's continue. When they play the lottery, I used to hear people, I want a £50 here. Oh, now I'm waiting for the refund on that, you know what I'm saying? But this is not our rest, is it? This is not where we should be building. And sometimes, and it's knowing what I know now, I'm kind of happy that I never really did win anything. Because I would have probably been too comfortable to come and listen to what brothers got to say. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wait, nah, man. That's why we fell, because now when the Most High was blessing us, we thought, it's all our own strength now. You know what I'm saying? You know, glory to the Most High. Whereas when you're in that lower state, any little blessing that comes the way, Yahawah, you know what I'm saying?
You're gonna be blessed in the kingdom, though. Like, so why do you want to? The Most High cannot give you. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why would the Most High bless you when already, you know what I'm saying? You're blessed.
Why are you gonna store your treasures here when you should be storing it out?
Give you a penthouse on a sinking ship.
So that's what we're going through, man.
And if you get it here,
a life of pain and misery. Sometimes you go to work and people hate you for no reason. Have you noticed that? People don't like you for no reason.
No, but they have a reason.
You're not in a good book. Well, you're not in a good book. Sometimes you don't say nothing. When you step in the building, they don't like you. I don't know what they see, but they don't like us.
Feel your spirit, man. That's what it is. They can feel it.
It's the reason why the Most High made it that way. So you're hating of the words, for his sake.
Exactly.
So you can be more focused in these words.
And there's a reason why as well why you don't remember your past. I was saying to you, I used to have this manager. I couldn't give you a bad word about him. But my spirit, I've never hated someone so much in my entire, I swear. No, I'm not gonna swear, but you know what I mean? When I say I hated him, I had to force myself to speak to him. Like, if you was to ask me what it was like, I couldn't give you a bad word. And then one day I said, and this is when I went in the truth, I was a youth. I said, I wonder if he was my slave master.
That's right.
He was.
That's right.
When I say I hate it with a
right.
passion, because I've met brothers before when my spirit don't slightly text them up. This guy here,
But not only was maybe he did something wrong to you.
whatever he did, it was
Maybe he
really
violated. He did something wrong to you. I'm telling
I
you.
hate him with a passion.
Because you got some brothers at work. There's a guy, a Nigerian guy at work. So me and him was enemy. When I say nemesis, you know that term nemesis, arch enemy. And when I came in this truth, I was like, yo, isn't it one of this guy that
Probably grasped it when you tried to run away.
I was killed. Probably I was a prophet in one of those times or whatever. I was righteous guy. And he was one of the guys that took me and killed me, man. Because every time I see the prophet, I felt some sort of pain. Like the prophet hate me for...
Gave you Judas kiss.
He gave some, but you see, and that's the spirit. Through that you can understand that this walk is a very spiritual thing, man.
But if I didn't remember the past and turn out it was it, I would have probably turned some funny way.
I'm telling you, the guy did something.
When I say it
There's
was,
when it's no reason, but you see, everything is energy, you know. Everything is energy. When you don't feel certain brothers in that, there's a reason. I don't force myself on brothers. If a brother don't like me, kudos to him. He has a reason. He has a reason. Alright? Because even in the truth, some brother you don't feel them like that. Some brother you don't feel their energy. You don't click with them.
yeah, man.
Okay, remember one thing, I give you one thing for free, like you always say. For free I'll give it to you. There is the house of soul and the house of David.
That's right.
I'll leave it like that.
That's right.
So in this truth, there's brother that belong to the house of soul. The house of soul is not only the 230.
That's right.
There's brothers that are in the truth that belong to the house of soul.
It's the wilderness.
That's the wilderness, man.
It's the wilderness.
Alright? So yeah, now we'll bring some
Yeah, so in the book of Romans chapter 11, I'll start again at verse 7. What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh.
Yeah, because they're seeking for it in the wrong place, man. You're meant to be seeking the kingdom of heaven. That's what the scripture says. The elect is the one that's seeking the kingdom of God.
But the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. Verse 8. According as it is written.
Like the brother said, it don't matter how much you try and teach some people this word, they just won't get it. They just won't get it because it's not for them. That's why you have to be, with what you know, what's coming, you have to be grateful that the Most High actually opened it. Like, I keep saying it as well. It's like, as much as I want my children to get this truth, I could have been flipped where they know it, I don't. And as bad as it sounds, I don't want to be.
You want to be in that number.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I do with my son? I just try. I just he doesn't make to me that he's with me and he doesn't understand the word. He will make his own decision.
That's right.
But if you're around me, you're gonna come with me, even if you don't show your face. I will make you understand like, hey, this is Sabbath. What are you doing? Stop what you're doing, like this is Sabbath, man. Well, we won't even get to that point. I will tell him such time you don't put in his yard without Sabbath. You know, and then when he's on his own, let him be a nigga. Well, I don't care. At least you.
But that's how it's always been. You're under my roof.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if your son was under your roof, you think he'll be doing certain thing, you'll be telling him by himself. Hey, just watching your video, he will know what's happening.
You know, you're right though, you said that sometimes. It's like me, myself, when I'm speaking to some people about this and they don't get it, I feel when I'm speaking to someone, I can break it down Barney style, and they still don't get it. Sometimes it used to bug me.
And these women,
yeah, it used to bug me, but now, you understand now, it was never for them. Yeah. And like the Most High's blocked their understanding, and if he's blocked, if he's blocked their understanding, no matter how much you break it down and you show precepts and you try and link it and you take your time, they just won't get it.
And you know, it's true what the brother says as well. Sometimes it's not even worth the effort. I remember my friend's uncle.
He sat there for like 4
hours. And when I say it's physically draining, I went to the gym. I felt like I would prefer to have gone to the gym, try and strain under some weights. It's physically draining, man. I said I'd never do that again. But yeah, like, it's not really worth it. It's not worth it, man.
I mean, we said that today. Look what it's like. No, I want to say that. You saw what happened. Look, that's if that's not an example, that one will stay with me for a while.
That was a fine example.
Your brother
Fine
went to the
example.
80. You know, at school. When the reason why there's a teacher, because the teacher goes deep into things.
Yes, yes.
All right. So he played the role of a teacher today. He was telling him for a while about translation.
Yeah, the version.
About version, reading the translation. The brother was like, nah. He said, okay, let me go to the etymology. He pulled it out. He was showing him like that.
And that's the correct, and the etymology
Hey, man,
is
that's what shook
the
me,
correct use of the word.
That's right.
And he still, and I had to ask him, you
He
heard
would
what he said,
answer.
can you accept that? And he
said
beat
no, he
around
said
the
no,
bush.
he said no, yeah.
Eventually, yeah.
That's why we gotta appreciate that
Accepted
we got this. You know what I mean? That's why we gotta appreciate
Oh
it.
yeah. Can you read the second Esdras 9 and 13?
That's right. Oh,
Yeah, finish that one. Finish that one, and then you read it.
One second. Yeah. So
No, read it, and then when you're done, then you bring it.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 11, and we're on verse 8. According as it is written, God, Yahawah, have given them the spirit of slumber.
That's right.
hold on. It says the spirit of slumber, but the spirit is in our rest.
Yeah.
So they're there.
And they're sleeping, chilling.
That's right. That's right.
Cohibas.
So they're resting when this isn't our rest, but they're resting. How does that work?
They're taking the peace. That's what the Most High will find them.
And it says the Most High gave them that spirit. Why? Because when you read Second Thessalonians, I think it's 2 and 10, it says because they love not the truth, he gave them over to a strong delusion.
Reprobate mind.
He explains it in the verse anyway. So, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day.
And we saw that today. That manifested.
It
And David said, let their table be made a snare, and a trap, and a stumbling block, and a recompense unto them.
And this is the table, because this is where all the food is.
That's right.
That's right.
This is where the food is, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't want to take heed. My brother, bring that. He said something about we should be glad that we have the truth.
This is
that the
second
right?
Esdras.
No, hold on. Is that the right one though?
Is it?
But you know, sometimes me.
I think we got it.
I'm like precept 8. I'll tell you that now.
9 and 13.
Yep.
Yeah, this is the book of Second Esdras, chapter 9, verse 13.
And then jump to 12.
And therefore
Which one in it?
be thou not.
Yeah.
This is Second Esdras, chapter 9, and verse 13. And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished.
And being thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished. So really, we shouldn't give it.
Read that again, so let me answer.
Read it.
Second Esdras, chapter 9, verse 13. And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished.
Yeah, how the ungodly shall be punished. Don't be curious because they're good, man. Look at them. Being
right.
good, having those things, you know,
Do what they want.
do what they want, living their life and that. So we don't worry about how, we don't worry, man. I'm not worried about, look, sometimes I can have mercy, but that's where it stops because, hey, listen, he's what he is. Now read the next part.
Yeah. Can you read that top again? I want to precept.
Oh, read that top again.
Yeah,
Okay.
can you read that top again? I want
Second
to precept.
Esdras, chapter 9 and verse 13.
Yeah.
And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished.
Right.
Just want to precept that with Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 11.
Yeah.
And it reads, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily.
The Most High is jacking you up as you go up. That's what's happening.
That's right.
You get lackadaisy.
Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do
It
evil.
says it's fully set, so you know it's just, you can't move it. It's just firm.
Set in stone.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Oh, shalom, man.
Yes. No. Good.
Shalom, Bakatak.
Good to see you, my brother.
As always.
Good, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring it out.
Bring it out again so you can.
Second Esdras chapter 9 and verse 13.
Bring it out.
Right.
And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished.
Be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be saved, man. Because hey, it will come a time where
Safe for punishment.
punish.
Yeah.
I meant punish. Because at the end of the day, the time will come where it will be so serious that you wouldn't worry about. Look, you wouldn't even worry about your mom.
That's right.
You wouldn't even worry about your mom. You wouldn't worry about the brother that you wear with that's not with you anymore.
That's right.
It's gonna be you and the Mossad. Look, when the missile comes, you think you're gonna be worried about money or your children, even your children, man. Even your children. I told them, I'm like, when that time comes, you won't recognize me. Because me, I'm a cold motherfucker. That's naturally. So when the Mossad put that spirit on me again, I wouldn't even flinch. Look, if you're supposed to die, I'm not gonna cry in that time because I told you. I told you. But then again, it's not mine because hey,
the scripture says all souls are mine. So our children ain't ours anyway. We're just the vessel that the Most High used to bring them here.
And nurture them to adulthood.
And in 2 Esdras 7, it says only one man can walk at a time. So you're not going to be there. You know what I'm saying? No.
Hey, that's why we be telling them about what's going on right now. We be taking our time to explain to them what's going on right now. They're thinking we're fools. But very soon, I'm changing my phone from a smartphone to them little one that and I'll make sure this guy's quite advancing. It's already on it.
It's on the case already.
Already on it. You know what I'm saying? And I will make sure I have the plastic too. You know what I mean? So when I time come,
Smartphones.
They're called smartphones for a reason.
they're there, man.
Part of the smart city.
Yeah. Because they know everything, you know. They know your IP address. With that, they can just get to your yard easily. So when the time comes, we're going to change numbers.
And even if you turn off your location,
Yeah, no, that's nothing.
they know where you are anyway. Because it's got GPS.
Like in my country, there's a guy that got killed, right? He turned off, they wanted to kill him, the government wanted to kill him, and he turned off his smartphone. But there are all-boats that were able through the GPS. There's a name for that, there's a name for the technology. I forgot the name. But I was a GPS. Through that GPS system, they were able to locate him. That's in the military.
You see what they do with some of these phones now. You remember the older phones, you got the batteries.
You should take the battery out.
iPhones.
No, none of these new phones you can't take the battery out.
You said the right word. It is GPS, global positioning system. So wherever you are, they can position you.
Right.
So it is GPS.
This is 2 Esdras chapter 9 verse 13. And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished.
Don't stress yourself out. Oh, my son ain't in the truth. My wife ain't in the truth.
Yeah, that's what it is, man.
As long as you've given them the truth, then, you know.
Even your own wife, she wouldn't feel why you giving them the whatever it's like, you know you fucked up, right?
But what
You might not make it, and it's sad, man. How you gonna be with someone for so many, and then they might not make it? The Most High is terrible, very terrible.
No, he's out of the shop.
Come on, man. What's going on today?
Yeah, because you're doing it now.
I've been pushing you, yeah?
Yeah, come on, from there.
Well, just tell me how you feel.
It's all good, man.
2 Esdras chapter 9 verse 13. And therefore be not thou curious how the ungodly shall be punished. And when, but inquire
Yeah, because
how.
what did they always come? Oh, like that guy this morning.
Yeah.
So look how long you've been saying that this thing's gonna
I haven't seen
happen.
nothing. That's actually a precept for that.
Yeah.
2 Esdras chapter 9 verse 13. And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished. And when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved.
That's
where our focus should be.
Read verse 12. That's
Let's talk about that. You're righteous, man.
That's where our focus should be for those who sigh and cry for the Most High.
Hey, to be honest with you, we're in that season.
Yeah, but that's where our focus is.
You remember there's a time where we used to shout, even me, not only, when I first came, I used to shout.
Yeah, we used to.
Now, you know what I do? I'd rather teach. I want to teach for the people that already. So if someone likes it and he come, good. But I don't think I'll be doing, oh, you fuck down, scream. There's no point doing that anymore. It's not that season.
That's
You need that energy, that's why.
Yeah, I know, but then I have to make sure that, when you got energy, you have to keep it for yourself.
But those don't go out to here, they'll be drawn to what you're doing anyway.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Yes, madam.
I'm a woman from Africa. I see Bible, I see Muslim, and
No, we're not Muslim.
You don't see Muslims.
You see Bibles, bro.
But it's okay. You
We
thought
are
we're Muslim.
Christian.
No,
No
what it is,
Christians either.
what it is like we are. Where are you from? Which country are you from?
South Africa. I'm a Zulu.
You're Zulu, boy. And I know Zulu. We got a little issue here because Zulu, some of them are Jake,
Thank you.
and some of them are Hebrew Israelite, and some of them are Canaanite.
But that's
So
who we are.
I don't know.
We are Israelites.
We are Israelites. So if he speaks to you, then you may be an Hebrew
You
Israelite.
know where I come from? I grew up under Christianity, under Zulu, but I just learned that is all in my head. Because they said don't wear a trouser and don't be pretty, you're gonna be a prostitute. I was tested positive while I was a virgin. I asked the doctor, I said, how can
Hold on. That's a very good testimony.
Yeah.
So you say you were what?
I was tested positive when I was a
Positive
virgin.
of what? Can you speak?
HIV.
Oh, money camera.
And the question is, how can you be when you didn't do the deed? Because you have a big mouth, you are short and small, you are from Zulu, the Chabalist, whatever, XYZ.
Oh, the thing.
And 3-4 days
But
after,
actually Zulu mean people of sky.
my dad had 2 wives, he had 1 deed. My brother explained that to me. How can you have 4 wives and have 1 deed? Let's call
but
it
that's
a
because-
spade a spade.
Okay, I will explain it. Let's go to
I wanted to say, I wasn't disrespectful, but you are not, because I'm coming from Red Hill, they say I'm a cunt, I'm a whatever, and I just got on it fast because I had to meet you. And I'm sorry because I'm a woman where I come from. That is why I did.
No, you're in the right spirit.
You're right.
That's how the woman's supposed to be, man.
Yes.
Me, I love the woman like that, and I promise myself.
You know me, when you come from where the thing is up, and you want to go, and you say, I am tired, I want to teach them that, look, this culture is Amazon. Then Zuma, how many words? He's spreading the disease.
Exactly,
This is
yeah,
one
yeah.
thing you don't share. HIV or sexual, it's not just HIV. If you go my uncle, my wife, use a plastic, protect my auntie, your cheek, because it affects. Look, me, I do a test, I said, check it to come back negative, because according to me, there was no reason it should be otherwise.
No, but the thing
And
is
they said,
HIV.
I jumped from there to there. Why? Because I had to talk about it. Because it's no stupid. Me, I'm completely. He took my mom and do I die? No. My son is in first grade. Did I do anything? No, but now I know the system is outside. So I'm going to
Sound like
next
you're going to
week. Follow me.
Mommy, just for the sake of teaching you,
I don't like to stand in a second.
yeah, just stand here.
Yeah,
Just for the sake of teaching you, yeah. I'll teach you because you say you're.
You find me on
Your
Facebook
dad.
and YouTube.
Hold on,
Because
hold on.
I've been in foster care, in prison.
Mommy, you have to learn to listen.
But you are following the system. I'm sorry. I took myself. I took my son.
Do you want to know? Or not?
Let me say something because people are.
Let's continue. All right, don't worry.
Continue.
All right, yeah. All right. Where was it?
Second Andrew, 9 and 12.
I know you have.
Yeah, read verse
Check.
12.
I'm going to number 10. Yeah, I will listen.
Yeah, let's read that.
This is
Because the what is important.
This is second Ezra chapter 9 and verse 12.
My favorites, man.
The same must know it after death by pain.
Right, the same must know it after death by pain. That's why I was saying that the fire that's coming is some special fire, man. Because when they come back, how will that happen? Think about it. If you're a Christian, think about that. The same must know it after death by pain. After death, by pain.
That's what I love.
So that means dying is not all. If you come back, there is a chairman that follows you.
I'm listening because I was.
But you're too excited, like if you listen, just listen. You come near me, you go back, it's just like I'm confused now. You know? Right, so are you listening?
Yes.
Right. So read that part again. Read that part.
This is second Ezra chapter 9 and verse 12.
Actually, read verse 9 and then just go straight to 12.
Yeah.
All right, this is second Ezra chapter 9 and verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways.
Right. Yeah, there's bro, like we're coming out here telling our people to fix up, you know, keep the laws, have faith in your power, do good to the best of your ability, but you want to be wicked. So you're abusing the ways of the Most High.
Which now have abused my ways.
So you've abused his ways because the laws are there. You choose to do your own thing, you know what I'm saying? You're abusing the ways of the Most High.
And that's what they're doing, they're abusing the way.
I'm
not touching it off. You see, the Most High is showing us something. For the be careful, please. The Most High is showing us something to the system. You see, a lot of our people, they abuse the Most High. They took the Most High for a joke. But this is what the Most High do. The Most High can plague you, man. The sister is being plagued. Because we were talking about earlier that the Most High is not to be rocked with. We don't rock Yahawah. That's what's going on. She's a lovely sister.
Yes.
She got a nice
But
spirit on her.
she needs
But the Most High-
mentoring so that they don't get confused. You need to guide them.
Yeah, you need
I
guidance.
have what makes sense, but I'm angry. I should be polite, like I said. I'm sorry to my brother, my
But you have to listen. You have to listen.
Yes.
I think she's going through some.
Yes, I don't have to fight.
No, you don't have.
I have to listen to you.
All right, sister. Here what you can do. You can.
I'm sorry, I'm very sorry.
Here what you can do. You can stand up.
But he read something I didn't write. I don't have.
Okay. You see, listen to me. First of all, if you write in that one, how will you remember it? But my point is this. Do you have that book?
Bible.
Do you have this book?
No, I have to find this.
You write down the name of that
Write down this
something.
name. Do you go on the internet?
I don't know. They didn't give me nothing for 6 years. Apple.
Right, this is second Ezra chapter 9 and verse 9.
Yo.
Then shall they be in pitiful case.
Right, peaceful case, man. All right, this is just the beginning. Like, the Most High showing how he can destroy someone. Hey, the Most High don't have to destroy you like by killing you like that, you know. He can plague you first. So, man, you're gonna get it. Every time we preach, every 5 minutes you have to come and preach. You know what I'm saying? Just like the confusion, destruction. He said this kingdom is like, it's annoying. Noise is for what? There's nothing going on in Brixton, but yet they want to be, you know? But anyway.
Anyway, somebody
Second Ezra chapter 9 and verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways.
Right, so the sister, something happened, man. She's a lovely sister, but the Most High plagued her for I don't know if you should pray for her. We might have to pray for you
for me and
before
my
you
son
go.
is in foster care for 2
You know what I'm
years.
saying? Hey, at the end of the day, we're the healers, man.
Because they didn't take him for how the system does. It's because I prophecy and I didn't know. And so they thought I'm hopeless. I just been discharged.
Yeah, but that's what Israel go through.
So you are not a patient. He gave me a phone. The phone got stolen by a drug lady. I said, doctor, did you give me a phone out of your own heart? Or is it because now you want to have one experience and you are busy and you get it very good? And he said, sorry, that's why I can't sleep. Because you are paying.